This is the cauliflower. Now the cauliflowers are very simple. I have washed them. These are like two kind of medium-sized heads of cauliflowers. I washed them, I trimmed them, I took out the core as much as I could, and then you cut them kind of in flowerets, not too big, not too small. See, like this. Actually, this I could cut them in half. See, like that. You lay it on a roasting pan. I just put a little bit of oil, olive oil on the bottom. You sprinkle some salt on top and olive oil. I tossed it a little bit, put it in the pan. Now I put it in the fridge, and tomorrow they're going to go in the oven at 450 for 20-25 minutes. During that time, I will toss them a couple of times. When they come out of the oven, I'm going to get a couple of tablespoons of either butter or oil, probably more like oil, with a couple of cloves of garlic, sliced very, very thin. I'll let it get cold, gold. Then I pour it over, and I toss it, and ready to serve. Very simple and easy. Again, you could do it's quite a bit because the oven will do the work for you.
When do you take them out? Do you see the color, or?
Yeah, it's about 20-25 minutes. Yeah, you still see it. Some of them are going to get brown, and you toss them a couple of times.
Do you want to test to see if they're al dente or what?
Yeah, they're not mushy. They're not going to be mushy.
Okay.
They're going to be cooked, but they're going to have a little bite to it. So, and that's all. This is done and ready to go. Buongiorno and happy Thanksgiving. This morning I'm going to prepare, I'm going to bake the cauliflower that I prepared yesterday. So it has the salt, the oil. I'm going to grind some black pepper, always freshly ground black pepper. It tastes so much better than the others. And that's all I have to do, is put it in the oven. The oven is at 450 degrees for 20-25 minutes, and I'll toss a couple of times, and they'll be cooked. Okay, so I'm putting them in the oven.
So middle rack?
Yeah.
For 450?
No, it's over here for 50.
Okay, so 450.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
did you used to make this growing up? I mean, when did you start making the cauliflower like this?
In the oven?
Yes.
Not very, very long ago. I probably would say maybe within the 10 years. Before, we used to saute them in a pot on the stove. Mm-hmm. Or kind of fry them, or having dipped in the batter and fried more, or put it in the oven, or just plain cauliflowers with vinegar and oil and spice, like a vinaigrette dressing.
So why did you choose to cook it this way?
Because it's much faster. You put a whole tray in there, it tastes good, you put it in the oven. While that's cooking, I put my mashed potato in there too. I mean my sweet potatoes. They're here. Do you want to continue?
No, we're going to go separate. I want to stick on the cauliflower.
Okay.
So why did you start cooking the cauliflower if you said it's only been a few years?
Because I learn new ways and I try new ways, and so I tried this way because it's easier. They're in the oven. I just have to turn a couple times. I don't have to be over the stove and keep an eye on for the time until they're all done.
So it's an easier side dish to add to a meal.
Also, it's healthier because you don't need a lot of the oil when you fry them in the frying pan or the sauteing in the pot.
Okay. Fantastic. Well, this is one of my favorite side dishes that you make. And I'm glad it's so easy, that way I can make it.
Good. You like them all? What do I make you like it?
Well, it's a weakness of mine.
Okay. All right. So, until the next. Ciao. Good morning. We're back to see the cauliflowers.
So they're steaming pretty good. How long have they been in there so far?
Did you check what time it was that we put in there?
I did not.
Okay. But I would say maybe 10 minutes ago. See?
So what are you doing?
You're just tossing them. That's all. Don't Don't touch the pan because it's hot. And then I put it back in again. Try to make it not pile them up one on top of the other. A single layer.
And you took it out of the oven so that everything else in the oven wouldn't get cold?
Yeah, for that, because the longer you keep the oven door open, the more heat comes out and the oven cools down. And not only that, because I'm not very tall. The top oven, I have a tendency to get burn myself. So for safety issue too, I do it this way.
Okay.
I'm going to put it back in the oven again.
Again, middle rack.
Middle rack. Put it in the same place. Okay. Okay, now I'm preparing the olive oil. I chose to do the olive oil, extra virgin olive oil instead of butter. But you can use butter if you want to. It's about a couple tablespoons, 2 to 3. And I switch things around all the time. Instead of thin slicing the garlic, I chose to do it through the presser because Thanksgiving is a very busy time. It takes time, so through the presser.
And what are you going to be
stir in here?
What are you going to be doing with this?
I'm going to wait until everything gets golden, the garlic gets golden brown, and then it goes on top of the cauliflowers, which they're ready, and I took it out of the oven already. They're cooling down over there. And toss it, put it in the dish, and ready to be served.
So how long is this going to take for the garlic to brown?
Oh, a minute or so.
So how much oil did you put in there?
I would say I have it about
that smells
3 or
delicious.
4 tablespoons.
3 or 4 tablespoons.
Yeah.
How many cloves of garlic?
I have 3 medium-sized cloves.
3 medium-sized cloves. Okay.
You can have 4 if you want to.
So while this is finishing,
but I did 3 because when it's minced, the flavor is stronger than it releases more flavor out of the garlic. When it's sliced, it releases less flavor.
Okay, I'm going to take a quick look while you're finishing that at what the cauliflower looks like when it's done. So it's got some brown edges.
Yeah, a little bit.
And it's soft when you put the fork in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not mushy though.
So I want to get a good view of what it looks like when it's
to get a little golden. You don't want it. Definitely, you don't want to burn it. If you burn it, throw it out and start all over again. See, that's good enough. Turn off the oven because I don't want it to burn. See, and then I put it over here.
So you just poured it right on.
Right on it. Because here makes it easier. Oops, excuse me. Makes it easier for me to toss it all together. See, and your cauliflowers are done. Thank goodness for ovens. And for large ovens too. So that's all.
So how did you get the idea to put the hot oil on top of the cauliflower like that?
I think I saw it somewhere, but what I did is the part about the garlic, not slicing it, but putting it through the presser. That's my idea.
Okay.
Because sometime what I do is you get the head of the cauliflowers and you slice it through. Slice it thin, but it holds together. And you could do it like this too. But I like the flour, it's better. Because people have better control when they pick it up with a fork or a spoon to put it in their plate. Now, doesn't that look lovely? Don't be afraid to try, instead if it's sauteed in the oven, put it in the oven. If the oven is already been used for something, why just leave it for one just item and waste all that heat? So, as I said before, I'm frugal. So see?
All right.
Okay. Now I'm going to put a little a tin foil over, loosely tin foil to keep it warm. And as soon as the butternut squash is done, they're going to go back in the ovens to keep warm.
Just to keep warm.
Yeah. And I'm going to put up a little bit here too.
And that's it?
That's it for this.
So why don't you say goodbye to the camera and tell them what you just made?
Okay.
There you go.
Just made roasted cauliflowers with garlic, olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and black pepper. It's part of our Thanksgiving side dishes. And I hope you enjoy and you're going to try it. And I'll see you soon. Ciao.